Hello everybody and welcome to the EU Talent RLCS Raleigh viewing party. We are here to do a tier list.
We are.
Based on the one day that we've seen so far. We basically want to say how people have been playing compared to how we expected them to play. Who's been performing, who's been underperforming, and who's been overperforming.
Yes.
Should we take it away?
Yes, I think we need to, because I think there's been some results that so far haven't been the one.
Yes.
They have not been as good.
Yes.
I'd like to kick things off with Big Bad Furia as our first thing. I was going to do it in the order that I have just happened to upload the images in. All right? So whichever way that they were grabbed from the page. So Furia, what have they done so far?
They
what
lost
have their results
3-1 to
been?
Vitality in their second. And before then, my memory is not photographic like some.
We did 8 hours of streaming yesterday.
Yeah, we aren't remembering
Wildcard.
anything.
And
They
beat
smashed
Wildcard.
They beat
Wildcard.
So
Wildcard
understandable.
3-0 Wildcard. So they're about
Middling?
neutral, really.
I want to say that C because they're supposed to like be even with Vitality-ish, and they lost, so C.
Can I put in a bit of a juncture there, though, and say that the fact that they lost to Vitality does mean they will knock them out. So they've played a masterclass.
It's a smart move.
So
to
there's
take.
an
it's
angle.
clever,
There's
takes
a
them to
very
B.
clever angle
Yeah.
to take them to B. I think we beat
I
them,
can happily go
No,
for
I don't.
How about B?
No,
Like,
B if it was
Vitality?
3-2, but 3-1 is
Yeah,
not
they
B.
were
Oh, so you
close.
think they gave them too much confidence rather than just...
I don't
3-2.
like giving
Yeah,
them a
see,
tier list
they're
based on this
disappointing.
weird theory that we've got of like, oh, but they definitely win now.
They're going to do it.
Yeah, I don't know why it's a
Right now, yeah, they're below
Top
what
of
we
C.
thought. Yeah.
Okay, it's so far top of C again.
So far, yeah.
So far top of C, so good job to them. FUT Esports.
Up the
Do you have an F tier?
I can make an F tier.
I'm just saying for the future, maybe not necessarily
Yeah.
here, but for the future.
I think FUT have... The thing is, they've done precisely what we thought they would do. Get beaten. But then they went to 5 versus
got beaten
SSG.
impressively.
Exactly, and they got a decent game as well against Gentlemates. Honestly, but compared to expectations, they've done like an A. FUT or A, mate.
A?
Yeah.
Not
They
an A!
performed as well as you could have expected for FUT. Getting
No.
going to 5 against Space
B,
Station.
I would give them a
That's a
B,
horror
but that's
start.
it.
If they have played exactly as we thought they would, it's a B. It's the middle of the road.
No, they're getting
That's
smashed.
exactly what it is.
No,
They're
they're
getting
supposed to get
smashed.
swept.
I think
they're supposed to get swept by
They're
Gen.G.
A.
And they took
Yeah,
it 5,
exactly.
right?
Exactly.
Yeah, they'd be A because they're supposed to.
I think they're
I don't know.
overperforming, basically. Considering all the jokes like, oh, they're EU bubble players.
They're terrible.
Overperforming.
They're
Exactly.
terrible. They're like
crap
EU.
and yeah.
They're like EU 17, and they took NA
Exactly.
3 to game 5. So yeah,
It
A.
is middle of the road here.
I think they're just middle of the road. They've done well.
No, I mean,
But
we've got
do
2
you guys
and 2.
not think that they're supposed to get swept both series they played? They're supposed to go 0-3, 0-3, and they won a game.
And the games
then
they're
2
losing,
games.
I don't know what sort of games score. To be fair, what I would say actually, Johnny, I just remembered the game 5. It was like 8-1
They then got
or something.
munted. They got
That's
Brazil.
okay.
They still
They got
went
Brazil.
game
in
Yeah, they
game
got Brazil.
five.
That was it.
No, but I'd say like them getting swept at 0-3, 0-3 is B.
I'll
That's
give
what I
you. I'll
expect.
give you bottom of A when we get more teams.
I'd
in
accept.
there.
I did forget about the Brazil. I'd go top of B. I'd go top of B or
Oh,
bottom
I do.
of A.
We've got
A,
3 people
surely.
saying B.
B
Top
is
of-
0-3, 0-3. They got
top
what,
of B,
3
bottom of
games
A.
yesterday?
Top B.
And then
If
we can
you
fill
try
them
and
in.
negotiate me to go down in B,
I
I'd
think
be
this will
sad.
trigger more people if we like just screenshot this
That
tier
is
list.
very true.
Screenshot this tier list with no context, and then we'll just...
We just recorded a YouTube video. What do you think it was about?
Yeah.
Gen.G. What were Gen.G's results? 'Cause
Yeah, they lost
just-
their first series, didn't they? Sadly?
Yeah, I mean,
Versus NRG.
3-0.
half of NA is
D, yeah.
fantastic. The
Yeah.
other half has been very.
They lost 2 games to FUT, so
lackluster.
they're D. Yeah, because I thought they were going to be smoking FUT 3-0 easy, and then giving Energy a better
Energy, they
series.
didn't give them
got swept.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah,
I thought they
that's
get a
right.
game or 2 against
Yeah.
Energy, and then easily sweep, so they're D.
Yeah.
Which is
Okay.
way
Not
worse
just
than
in the next
expectations.
team.
Well, Gen.G didn't play FUT. They played Virtus Pro.
Oh, sorry, Vert Pro, and they went game
Vert Pro,
5.
and it
Yeah,
was
same
3-1.
thing. Who they should sweep. So yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah.
Carmine Core.
D.
They have.
Would you go as low as D?
Yeah,
for losing
D.
one series.
Who's the-
Absolutely.
Remember, they were expected to like basically sweep the whole event.
Raleigh also said, we just sweep Swiss.
Yeah.
We just
Yeah.
go 3-0 in Swiss. And then, yeah, they ended up losing.
Absolutely did.
To an
All right,
Ultimates that
talk
did
about-
peak.
For sure
The
it did.
Ultimates did peak. But
Ultimates played very well to
KC
beat them.
Also, I think we have to take away some aura points because Vitera laughed
Oh,
and then
laughed.
lost like, massively. I think
Better to have laughed and lost,
D.
Stumpy.
Yeah.
true, they never have laughed at all.
yeah. Go
I think
D.
bottom of D. They've
them down.
performed worse
Knock
than
down
Gen.G
Armine
have
Co.
comparatively.
Armine Co down.
Team Secret. What,
What,
have
what
they
even
done?
is an expectation anymore for like Sam 2?
A.
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
do
Better.
fine and then lose to Furia is their expectation.
Oh no, they
They beat
got
Who have they
a
played?
game off Falcons, didn't
And they got a game of Falcons,
And
yeah.
they 3-1 Wildcard, but they destroyed them like 8-1.
They
the
were
last game,
destroying them,
so-
and they're not the better team the whole day.
I
as
think
well.
this is very much what we expected.
No, I thought they were going to get swept by Falcons.
I could see him taking
Without
Falcons.
Oh no, I thought they were getting swept. I thought it was going to be a demolishing.
I remember
So
when
they
we
got
talked about that one before it started, we were saying, oh, that'll be 8, like Falcons.
We did
just
say that.
Yeah.
Stat padding against
We
them in
definitely
game
thought
3,
Falcons were
and
gonna
it
sweep
wasn't
that.
a stat padding.
And they destroyed Wildcard. So
They
I
did
mean,
just- yeah.
That's supposed to be an even
Give 'em an
match.
A.
I think it's an A.
Above all, I said foot.
Oh, I knew
no,
you'd
this is
do
what gets us to push down.
Foot bottom of, yeah. Foot gets pushed down.
No,
Yeah,
foot
yeah,
is
yeah.
top of A.
No,
Oh,
my
no,
God.
You said top of B earlier.
Yeah, you're right. It was top of B or
Bottom of A.
and it's
Top of
bottom
A,
of A.
bottom of A.
Okay, yeah, okay. All right. That's fair.
TSM.
Rinse and repeat what I said about
feel
Sam.
Yeah.
I've barely seen TSM.
I
I think I don't remember anything
I
they've
don't
done
think
so
we
far.
because there was always another match happening that we were kind of
Yeah.
a bit more interested
Well,
in.
against TSM, against Twisted Minds, they conceded 6 in game 1, they conceded 6 in game 2, and 5 in game 3.
But they scored a lot.
They did score a lot. They
I'm saying-
scored
no, I'm
4,
saying
2,
B
3.
because I thought they were going to get swept in both their matches, and they did, so it's a B.
Who else did they play?
They also played TSM Vitality 3-0, so they did
Yeah,
get
they-
swept in
Okay,
that one.
It's a
which is
B.
what we expect.
This
That's
is the
a
most
B.
B.
That's
yeah,
yeah, that's
swept
fine.
as we
That's fine.
expect. so
But
they're
also, we got Banana.
I'm
Head,
so curious
you know,
what
going
a
up.
D for
T-bits,
TSM
D.
looks like.
Yeah, yeah.
T-bits are
SSG.
C.
They went to 5
D.
versus Foot,
D. It's D.
and then who else did they beat?
Not the Ultimates, was it?
They lost
it
to
was,
Ultimates
It was the
3-1.
Ultimates, yeah, 3-1.
D.
Yeah, this is D.
They could have beaten Ultimates, and nobody would be surprised. And they also went game 5 with Foot, so they're super D. They're like
They're
D
also
is D.
they double
the
D?
reigning champs of
Yes.
NA,
Of North America, yeah.
so they should have been more from
where they
them.
4-0'd the Ultimates as
They
well.
4-0'd Ultimates, yeah. Okay,
It's-
above or
it's-
below Gen.G? I think KC are
D's
last.
harsh because I feel like SSG are allowed to not do very well this event. This is their world's warm-up. This is the first
Still
time the
though,
3 of
they
them
could
have
have
been
beaten
there.
Ultimates, and nobody would be like, "Whoa, that
No,
where did that
sure,
come
but
from?"
it's not against Ultimates. They got like a 0-second equalizer or 2 seconds left equalizer in one of the games. They got their game,
But they lost
They're
3-1
getting
though.
monkeys on their back. They've had their first on-land game 5, which they weren't playing
This
well
sounds
at
like
all.
copium.
They found a way to win. It sounds to me like they're 3 16, 17-year-olds that have never been here before, and saying D after a 1-1 day, I think is wrong. I think C.
But,
No,
but
but
as
they-
reigning
No.
champs of NA,
But you have to go look at the context of their. I mean, if you guys are all
But
saying D,
we've had
it's
so
D,
many
but
players
I think
that
I think
come
I'm
young-
bottom of
and they
C,
go,
top
make
of
the
D.
finals.
Oh no, they're so
Yeah, you're
D.
right,
Like,
that
they're
happens.
it's not like
Super D
being a
for
new
me.
player on
SSD.
land makes any
SSD.
difference.
SSD.
All right,
SSD.
you
That's
guys
what
all
we are,
spoken.
But
I would have
but I
said
do
C.
think top of D. I think they top of D for me. Twisted Minds, what have they done?
They had a good win in the second against TSM. They smashed them pretty
Okay.
much.
I think
Scored lots of
fine.
goals.
B.
Yeah.
I think
And then
they've done
Disappointing
what I
against.
thought.
Who did-
What was their first game? Their first
They
series?
lost to KC, so yeah.
It
It was
D.
KC.
I think they're
didn't make
B.
love.
They
yeah,
got
that's
swept
right.
by KC as we expected, and they
Yeah.
swept TSM as we expected.
That's about
so
what we
D.
thought, yeah.
Yeah.
Put them next to their mates. Falcons. They've done
A.
good so far.
3-0
2-0?
versus D.
They destroyed
3-0
Dignitas.
Dig, yeah,
Yeah.
smash
just
Dig.
A. Just A.
They lost a game to Secret, but they smoked Dig. So I think
Have
it's
they
A.
over?
No,
No.
No,
that-
Hey,
is a
hey, everybody, I'm just floating. The S tier does exist.
There's
okay?
probably British part.
I think there's one team
I've
all
got
in
one
line
S.
for
I've
S.
got one S here. Yeah.
Where do we think in A? Because Foot needs to be at the bottom.
Behind Secret in the middle.
Yeah, chuck him in the middle.
That's good.
Okay. VP. They've done, I think, precisely what we thought.
0-3
well, I'd
against
say-
0-3
I'd say
against Dignitas,
Hey,
and then
they took SSG to 5, right? Or was it Gen.G?
Virtus Pro lost game Series 1. They lost 3-0 to Dignitas.
Yeah,
Series
expected.
2, they lost 3-1 to Gen.G to Geng. So they've got one game.
Oh, it's
between
3-1.
two
I think that's
games.
big.
Oh, I
Geng
thought it was
Geng.
game 5. Okay. So
I think
yeah.
about what we thought.
Yeah, low B. They're
Yeah.
fine. They're there.
Low B.
They might sort of force their way towards sort of Series 5 like they did last time.
Yeah.
Might not.
I would
Either
say
one's sort of
A because
acceptable.
I didn't even think they get a game off Gen.G. I think A. bottom
I'll
of
give
A.
you
No,
there.
if you told me like it's free,
Oh,
I
hang
could have
on.
imagined it.
I'll
I could
give you
see
that.
Gen.G giving away a game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I see him in B.
That's not
Yeah.
bad.
I mean,
They're
Gen.G
They've won a
are-
game.
Gen.G are like looking really good in NA. They're like NA 3.
They are down here, though, Johnny.
I would actually say Gen.G
They
is a
are
bright
indeed.
Space Station. I'm more disappointed in Space Station going game 5 with Foot than I am Gen.G going game 4 with VP. So I think Gen.G are ahead of Space Station for me.
I mean, yeah.
Tell you what. Okay, so we keep VP and B, and then I'll give you a little shifty of Gen.G.
You've moved
I think
SSG
that's
low,
alright.
even lower. The one that I was campaigning, they're not doing that bad.
I'm
because
ju-
it's something Johnny said.
I'm trying to
SSG
campaign for VP here to
SSG
stay in B.
I don't care about
Oh,
VP. I
VP
care
has
about
to go top of
SSG.
B, top
No,
of B.
I don't think they're top of B.
Yeah,
I think they're just middle of it. I think
TSM went 0-6. I
think it's the
VP they got a game.
because they did get a game.
Yeah, they got game, but TSM got none. So surely
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
top
they've
of
done
B.
better than TSM.
Okay, this
Yeah.
B tier is
And they're not
just
that much better than OCE too. But SSG, you guys are insane and
You just
so
rate
harsh.
you rate Foot so highly. I think Foot are like I thought they were the worst team.
yeah. I've
They
got
are
a
the
foot
worst team,
fetish.
But they are. I do say up the foot though. You know, I love my
But
FUT.
if you go game 5 with the worst team, that's really bad.
Oh, SSG, sorry, you're talking
Yeah,
about.
SG. Yeah.
Dignitas got absolutely bollocked by
They are
Falcons.
the,
Yeah.
and it's not just
Yeah.
that
They
Falcons
got
are peaking, they were
bodied.
playing appallingly. in
And then
that
who
second
else?
series.
Who else did they play?
They won 3-0 against, where are you? Against Virtus.pro. So
Big
Yeah,
Virtus,
that doesn't
yeah.
say
Yeah,
much.
I'd say
Change
Gen.G.
anything.
That's deep.
Somewhere in D,
Probably top of D for me.
above Gen.G, above
Yeah.
Gengers. I have no strong opinion. I think, yeah, D have
Probably
not done.
there, yeah.
So Dig, with all their experience, who are 1-1, go 2 places higher than SSG, who've never done this before. None of them are also 1-1.
But it's all about expectations, Cole. Like
I understand
SSG,
that.
we thought that they were going to have a great chance against Ultimates. They lost comfortably, and then we thought they were going to destroy.
I
FUT,
actually
and they had a
thought they
close
were going to
series.
struggle at their first.
Tell you what,
round.
let's put them together. Let's
That I'll accept.
Let's put them together. They've had similar
Yeah,
performances.
that's fine.
It looks like they're
That's not
ignoring
a
us.
win. That's not a
Poor
win for me,
Carmine
but
Corp
we'll
down
take
here,
it.
not
This
even
is
in the conversation.
Team is not moving. They are stuck there.
I'm just saying this has to be the most recency bias list ever, or else the concept
It
doesn't
is.
work for me.
Yeah,
You need
exactly,
some
yeah.
mega recency bias. SSG lost 2 games to FUT. Boom, you're in D. They
Yeah.
win 1 series today against who is it? Gentlemates. They're back up to A.
Yeah.
You know, you've got to swing this.
This video is the least evergreen video ever because it makes sense in the next hour. Okay, NRG. What have they done?
They
beat
beat
Gen.G easily.
Gen.G very comfortably.
Fine.
Beat
expected.
Gentlemates in a pretty good series. That
Yeah,
was actually a
3-1.
good series.
Against-
3 overtimes against Gentlemates.
I'd say B.
Somewhere
Yeah.
B.
Yeah,
That's
B.
roughly what we expect them to be. They're
Yeah,
usually
second
quite.
by MVP.
Yeah, near their
Yeah,
orange
they are.
mates. Are we happy with that?
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
they were
About what we
supposed-
thought.
They were supposed to win those.
Done
I don't
Done
think
well.
I've been blown away by
No.
anything, but
But that's good.
They're doing the job.
Yeah, North Americans Kings are doing a lot better than Europe's Kings.
Usually
so-
they start off worse than we think. We're like, whoa, energy is starting slow. But now they're just starting as we'd expect.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're B.
a strong end to the tournament, maybe. Gentlemates beaten by NRG.
3-1 for 1-3 NRG. Sort of low B.
Probably.
Maybe C. The game against
Maybe
NRG,
I think I'm
they weren't
feeling
doing too
C.
much.
They should have done more
I think they're
against
doing
NRG.
fine.
No,
Yeah.
they're supposed to lose that, right?
They're
supposed to
They
lose.
should have done more. But
But it was
I
quite.
thought
I know
it
there
was
was 3
I
overtimes.
thought
like
it was way
one-goal
closer. It was
games.
closer than I thought it would
Yeah,
be. I
it
thought
was
they were
very
going to
close.
lose way more than they did. So I would say that actually isn't leaning A for me.
I would say
A.
high B.
A.
I can't quite
Who
push
did they
that
lose
into
again
A.
to? Like FUT?
yeah, that was one game.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
so
feel-
that's bad.
it can't
That,
be
that
A.
cancels out the game they won against NRG, so they're B. Yeah, they're B.
Yeah, I'd say
Yeah,
B.
I don't hate that.
shove it in
Okay,
the
for
middle,
that
they're
logic, I
fine.
don't mind it.
Yeah,
Tell you
B.
what, middle of B.
Yeah,
hang
middle
on.
of B is
Middle
good.
of B. There
So
we go.
I think I know who
The middle
your
of the
S tier
middle.
was.
Yeah, B again energy
Yeah.
lost against FUT.
Wildcard,
Cancel
obviously.
out.
Wildcard. No, yeah, this is just very.
Yeah, shove 'em
Ultimates.
S.
Yeah.
What a performance.
They've got to be S.
Yeah.
Best
Yeah.
like individual performance that we've seen.
Yeah.
One from first.
Took
Killer.
down
First killer
Carmine
was
Corp.
unbelievable.
The
Yeah.
first killer, this is the most peak we've seen from him since the,
Yeah.
obviously the last major, but then also the San Diego major,
Yeah.
where they just didn't win to Carmine Corp. And they've now beaten them. That was
Because
a
there's no Neo-
stunning
There's no Neo
performance.
Tokyo in a best of 5, so he's a lot more.
True,
comfortable.
yeah. Wait till there's game 7, first killer. Yeah, I think they are the easy, probably the only
Yeah.
S tier team.
They just played so well.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, can I say wildcard C? Because my expectations were quite low for them coming in. They did lose even more than I thought they would, though.
The
So
loss
I-
against, it was a bad loss against.
I'd say,
Secret.
yeah, that's
It was
they
a bad loss.
everybody comes in at B, obviously, in this list because that's
Yeah.
the expectations.
Yeah.
But they're below because they lost harder than I thought they would.
Bottom
So
C, I think.
They
Yeah,
really
below
took a long
Furia.
time to get
Below
into that
Furia.
series.
Was their first match Secret or was that their second?
Their first match was against. So the second one was Team Secret, and then their first one was against Furia.
And what was the
They
score?
lost badly
They lost 3-0,
again. It
yeah.
was just like
They just played Sam.
They just
Yeah.
And they're from OCE, so they should beat Sam.
Because 1-0
Nah.
Shogun. 1-0 Shogun, you were
Yeah.
excited for.
Oh, yeah.
1-0, 1-0, 1-0.
And that's just
But
done.
then it was
So you
5-2.
think
Yeah,
in
you're
C?
on D.
Yeah.
Yeah, chilling in C. Vitality.
Had a good day.
Good win. Again, their second series was a good win. What was their second series?
Furia.
3-1.
Furia
Yeah.
3-1.
A.
It's
I'll
this
say
is
A.
an A.
Their
And their
first one
first series
TSM.
was-
TSM.
Yeah,
is
so,
yeah.
yeah, they were B after TSM, so you're supposed to win that. Then
Yeah.
they beat Furia, so they're A.
It's the fact that they
Yeah.
beat them pretty comfortably as well.
Yeah.
Are they?
Put them
Where,
above
where
foot.
are they in
Above
A?
foot for sure.
I'd
Above,
say
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
top.
Foot, if it is inherently bottom of A. I'm okay with that.
Probably, yeah, this is good.
Yeah, I like that.
This is
Okay.
good.
Okay,
You
well,
have it.
guys.
So that's our tier list of teams
one.
and their power ranking just in general.
Yeah.
So we're gonna maybe we should screenshot this, tweet it with no context, and see what people say.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, make sure that also you're keeping an eye on all of our live channels on SubPar, on Johnnyboi, on Come the Shogun. It's on Twitch, it's on YouTube, it's on TikTok. We stream in this very room. Going to be live in like an hour, less than
Actually,
an hour, like
5 minutes.
Yeah, 5-10 minutes. We're going to be live. We'll probably put this up just straight away. Why not?
Yeah.
All the RLCS Raleigh Major is going to be live. We're going to be live for all of it. So make sure you tune into that, and we'll see you very, very soon. Thank you, everybody.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.